Hi everybody and welcome to your weekly horoscope for Monday the 1st of October going through until Sunday the 7th of October 2018. I'm going to give you a day-by-day rundown of what's happening in the sky this week, what relationships the planet form in the sky and what energy that creates and how that energy is going to affect all of us here on planet Earth. So this is a forecast for all signs of the zodiac. Have a look at the monthly forecast for your sun sign for October. I will be doing those tomorrow on Sunday, so have a look at those tomorrow. My horoscopes are based on UK time as well, so keep that in mind. So don't get too hung up on the times because the energy changes are gradual, but just bear that in mind. So on Monday the 1st of October we have the moon going into Cancer at 2 minutes past 6 in the evening. Cancer is a water sign. It's spiritual, it's creative, it's nurturing, it's family oriented, and it's the bomb. It's a really lovely sign. So the moon going into Cancer, it rules Cancer. So first of all, the moon is very happy. You feel at ease, you feel comfortable, you feel family oriented. The Cancer moon then sextiles, so it forms a harmonious relationship with Uranus, the planet of chaos and rebellion, and that's in Taurus, in a very earthy sign. It opposes Saturn, the planet of restriction and structure, that's in Capricorn, and it quincunxes Mars, the male principle of desire, in Aquarius. So with the moon being in Cancer on Monday, your feelings are going to be very important to you. So you give more importance to your own feelings and desires than rules you may have to obey or adhere to. That's the sextile with Uranus, because Uranus doesn't really do rules. So especially if you're witnessing an injustice today, like because of Mars in Aquarius, that's a humanitarian. So if you see someone being treated really badly, you're going to find it difficult not to step in and to intervene. So if you're seeing an injustice, you may find it difficult to hold back. Now, if you're on the subway and someone's being harassed by a bunch of lads, then that's scary enough. But you know, that's something where a couple of people can step in and that can be sorted. But if you think your boss is a vicious idiot, pointing that out in a board meeting may not be so clever, okay? So Monday, really, yes, you want to be of help and service, but you're kind of clunky, and if you go around, for instance, telling your boss what a fool he is, then you're not going to have a very good career at that company. So today is about self-restraint where it's needed and warranted. So if you're going for a job interview, or if you're going to work, or if you're in a professional setting, just make sure that you're overly, things grab you feeling wise. You know, a couple of years ago I read or I listened to an audio book by Pedro Chodron. She's a Buddhist monk, and it was don't get hooked, or don't let the hook get you. It's like, you know, when you're fishing and you hook a fish, and sometimes feelings can really hook you in, like anger, and you just hooked and you go with it and it runs its course. So your feelings are important to you, so make sure that a feeling doesn't hijack you and put you in a situation where you're like, oh no, I wish I hadn't said that. Tuesday the 2nd of October, we've got the Cancer moon connecting with pretty much everything in the chart. So you and your feelings and everything is kind of just external. You feel kind of put upon. You may feel like, oh, this is a lot to deal with. Tuesday the 2nd may feel somewhat busy and overwhelming. So the nicest thing you can do on Tuesday is have a little bit of you time and to make sure you relax and to keep calm. Mercury is in Libra. Mercury is the communication planet, and in the elegant and beautiful sign of Libra, it's able to articulate itself very nicely, and it squares Pluto in Capricorn. And Pluto is the planet of transformation and change, and in Capricorn it has to do with your physical circumstances. So on Tuesday there is a lot of emotional pressure that's building up. Again, like on Monday, there's the potential to put your foot in your mouth, to make a faux pas, to say something inappropriate, or to tweet something that you don't mean, but that you then can't take back. So think carefully before you get on your soapbox and preach. It may affect your working circumstances negatively. So I remember seeing someone making a YouTube video about how I don't know, they were sharing something personal and how they didn't like their job or something, and then the employer actually saw that video and sacked that employee for sharing online the fact that they didn't like their job. So those are the kind of things that can crop up. You know, and the other thing is, these days, I mean, when you're going for job interviews and things, my generation has it hard anyway, because I mean there's so much competition, and you know, I think in the olden days, if you had a degree you were someone special. Now everyone has a degree and it's hard to find work. But now also, you know, interviewers, they check out your Google history and your Facebook stuff and your social media presence. So if you're putting something out there that you don't want to be on the front page, don't say it. Like, if there's something that you wouldn't be comfortable showing to your grandmother, don't say it today. Not good. Monday and Tuesday both, it's an awkward time where you can really do some damage, especially to your work for whatever reason, through being careless, saying the wrong things. On Wednesday, the 3rd of October, the moon goes into Leo at 13 minutes past 9 in the evening. So this is a nice change, because we've had the moon in Cancer for the first 2 days, and that's been very emotional. So the moon in Leo is much more upbeat, it's confident, it's friendly, it's fun-loving. The Leo moon squares Uranus and Taurus, so even more like, let's go party and chaos and let's create some shenanigans that we can enjoy. And it quincunxes Saturn in Capricorn, so there is a bit of restraint there holding you back. So on Wednesday, the 3rd of October, the theme continues in the sense that you feel somewhat out of step. I mean, here on Wednesday, things lighten up considerably, but you may want to do things independently, or you may want to experience some type of thrill and do something really fun with friends. But your circumstances may hold you back. Or your friends may hold you back in terms of, oh, I'm working today, I can't go with you, or I can't get the time off. And that will bring up resentment and irritability in you. So the important thing on Wednesday is to do something nice for yourself, to take some time for yourself, so that you can avoid these negative feelings. Remember that charity begins at home. We're all very happy to help other people and be there for others. But if I saw this super funny GIF online. It's a skeleton dancing around, and it's got fairy wings, and it's got a magic wand with a pink star on it, and the caption says, "When you're dead inside but still trying to help other people." And I really thought of Cancers and Pisces and to some extent Scorpios there, because you know, sometimes we don't take care of ourselves at all and we still want to make a difference and be there for other people, but we forget that we're exhausted and that we haven't had a day off in like 6 months. So Wednesday is a good, especially if you find yourself getting irritable, or if you find yourself getting really fed up with something, then take a day and really do something to just placate yourself in a way. Look at your inner child. What is it doing? Is it throwing a temper tantrum? Very likely because of the square between Uranus and Taurus and the Leo moon. So your inner child is probably stomping its feet and saying, I want to go to Disneyland. Thursday the 4th of October. The Leo moon opposes Mars in Aquarius. So that's nice, because the Leo moon, well, it's again a conflict. The Leo moon is looking at me, how can I have fun, what can I do to enjoy myself? And Mars in Aquarius Mars says grudgingly we have to help people. Mars is the male principle of desire and what I want, and when it's in Aquarius it's forced to look at the greater good and to channel its energy into being of service to others. So Mars, I don't think, loves that. that also squares Venus in Scorpio, and it sextiles the Sun in Libra. So Thursday the 4th of October is interesting because it's another day to think about yourself and your friends and having fun and socializing. It's really important not to kind of isolate yourself. It's good to connect with people on Thursday the 4th. You get on well with people. There isn't a lot of conflict in the air. You can really enjoy yourself and laugh and have a good time and leave your cares behind you for the day. So you can relax and have fun, whichever way that is. If you like golfing, or if you want to go to a spa, or if you like roller coasters. If you don't know what you find fun, like I don't enjoy anything, I don't know what I like, then sit down and make a list of things that you've done in the past that have made you smile, and do something like that. So really, Thursday and Wednesday are really about taking care of yourself, because Monday and Tuesday were really emotionally kind of draining, I think, for you, because you had to exercise self-restraint and and now it's like, okay, we get to enjoy ourselves a little bit and relax, and it's not all so serious. But it's important, and sometimes it's difficult to just carve out that time. And especially if you have low self-esteem, and if you need taking care of, those are the people who are least likely to do something nice for themselves. The more you love yourself, the more you treat yourself, you know? And if you hate yourself, you're not going to take a bubble bath with Lush bath bombs and pink bubbles everywhere, because you don't think you deserve it. So if you have low self-esteem, if you don't think you deserve something nice, then start doing mirror work today. Look in the mirror every day and say, I love you. I love you. Thank you for taking such good care of me. I love you. Thank you for getting me to this age. Thank you for keeping me alive. Thank you for everything you've done for me. And start there. On Friday the 5th of October, we have the moon going into Virgo at 11:20 in the evening. And the major thing that happens today is that Venus, the planet of love and beauty, turns retrograde, and it goes retrograde from the 5th of October until the 16th of November. Now, this is important. Venus is the planet of love and beauty. When it's direct and you meet someone new, a romantic partner, a new relationship, or you start a new business, or you start a new venture that you absolutely adore, then Venus supports you. Then Venus, this is for German people, the double U and the V is really difficult. So saying something like when Venus is hard, sorry. So when Venus turns retrograde, it's going to be much more likely that you meet people who aren't good for you relationship-wise. That your shadow brings people to you who like ruin you. Like last year, I met that guy Daniel during a Venus retrograde, and it was like this couple of week implosion, and it was awful. So be careful with Venus being in retrograde, because it is the planet of love, beauty and creativity. So if you meet your soulmate now, during this period from the 5th of October to the 16th of November, don't get married immediately and have children. Test it out a little bit and see who you're actually in a relationship with, and develop it. You know, the astrology is there to guide us, okay? When Mercury goes retrograde, communication becomes more difficult. But that doesn't mean you can't travel and you can't say anything. Also, when Venus goes retrograde, that doesn't mean we can't love people and we can't go on dates and we can't enjoy being intimate with other people. It's a different way of loving. It's a different way of connecting with someone. And often Venus retrograde is negative. It's the opposite often of what you want when it comes to love. And every retrograde teaches us a lesson, and it kind of teaches you the lesson of look at what you don't want before you can understand what you do want. If you already know what you want, then save yourself some pain and don't meet your life partner ideally during a Venus retrograde. Not that we have control over these things, but you know it's in retrograde from the 5th of October until the 16th of November. So the retrograde is one thing, but not only is Venus retrograde, it's also in Scorpio. And Venus in Scorpio is a little bit over the top. She wants ultra intimacy. She wants to really, or he wants to swallow you up and just get inside you and crawl inside your head and understand everything you're thinking and know how you're feeling. And they want the passion to be like Romeo and Juliet and totally over the top. And I want to know that this person will die for me because our love is so strong and pure. And then being in retrograde as well, Venus is a little bit loopy for the next couple of months. So when it comes to your obsessive love feelings, you can realize that is because Venus is in retrograde, but not only that, it's also in retrograde in Scorpio. So if you're finding yourself obsessing over people like you never have before, or or if you find that you are becoming obsessive or even stalkerish, then really back off from that, because Venus in retrograde is going to make you really, really intense, and it's going to most likely cause you to focus on people who aren't good for you anyway. On Saturday, the 6th of October, we have the Virgo Moon trining Saturn in Capricorn. It sextiles Venus in Scorpio, which is now in retrograde. It opposes Neptune in Pisces, the dream planet, in the sign it rules, very happy. And it trines Pluto, the planet of transformation and change, in Capricorn. So on Saturday, the 6th, with that recipe going on, you have an odd sense of aimlessness coming in on Saturday. So especially when it comes to your work, it's like the fog kind of settles. It's not the best day to make big career changes or plans, because first of all, you won't be able to see very far. You're kind of myopic. It's getting very fuzzy and foggy. So grounding yourself, getting out in nature and meditating are all really good ways today to realign yourself with this new energy that's coming in. And I really think it has to do with the Venus retrograde, because it's really kind of putting on the brakes here the day after, and it's finding a new way of loving people and expressing the way you love. It can be positive if you look at the Venus retrograde from the perspective of, how can I find other ways of expressing that I care for someone? So usually I get them flowers and a box of chocolates, but how about I plan a surprise party for someone, or I plan a trip away for the person I love? Then you're using Venus retrograde in a positive way and saying, how else can I love? How else can I express it? On Sunday, the 7th of October, we've got the Virgo Moon. So Friday, Saturday and Sunday are all Virgo moons, okay? And the Virgo moon is about downloading information, being discerning, and saying this is good, this is bad. And it makes decisions. So that helps you here for the first 3 days with Venus going retrograde, and it softens the blow a little bit, because the Virgo moon isn't immediately going to say to you on Saturday and Sunday, go marry the local Hell's Angel who's also an alcoholic. It kind of says that would not be a good idea. So the Virgo moon is your friend here at the end of the week. So that moon trines Pluto in Capricorn. It's Pluto being the transformation planet. It sextiles Jupiter in Scorpio, planet of good luck and good fortune. And it opposes Chiron in Pisces, and that's good news, because Chiron is the wounded healer. It's the centaur that has to do with transforming what's painful into something really positive. So on Sunday, if someone suggests that you make particular changes in your work or that you alter your approach, pay attention to that. It's going to be important information that will help you, especially in your work, and it's very likely to come via symbols or via other people. So you're not likely to be let down by others on Sunday. So it's a good day to clear up emotional messes, or to clear up emotional a lack of clarity, and with that fog descending. So, you know, it's, if you're in a relationship and you've been with someone for 3 months and you've been intimate and stuff, but you really don't know where it's going. To Sunday the 7th, with Virgo being in the moon, with the moon being in Virgo and Venus being retrograde, now we're starting to go down the road of, do you love me? Or trying to define relationships. And that's Venus in retrograde now coming in, trying to rock the boat when there's nothing really going on, and it tries to fix things when they ain't broke. So you're not going to be likely to be let down by others, so don't expect that. And ultimately, Sunday is another great day, despite the retrograde of Venus, another great day to connect with friends and family and to have fun. So take the Saturday for yourself, ideally if you can, and realign with the energy and kind of meditate and get into the new groove of things. Because it does last for a while. It lasts for a month and a half, this Venus retrograde. And then on Sunday, start enjoying yourself and really connect with other people, and don't isolate yourself, and let your hair down a little bit and enjoy. So there are a couple of days here where it really is about charity begins at home. Take care of yourself and your needs, and make sure that, you know, you're also putting yourself on the list of people that you want to help. So I hope that gives you an idea what you'll be working with here this week from the 1st of October until the 7th of October. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. And in my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology. The astrology chart gives me a blueprint of your soul. I can see where you've been in past lifetimes and what your life purpose is this time around, what your vocational aptitudes are, what's likely to happen for you in love and health and spiritual progress and travel and moving. I can answer any questions you've got, horoscope compatibility with partners, looking at any kind of questions you may have. I use the astrology and the tarot. So if you're interested in that, then please head over to the website gregoryscott.com and order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. Check out some of my other videos on the full moons and the new moons and the tarot readings and the monthly forecasts. And I'll speak to you next week.